Hello guys! Today I'm gonna show you another vertical angle problem. So this is the vertical angles, alright? A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Alright? Now it's our job to solve for the following. Here is our objectives. We need to get the measure of those missing angles that you see right over here. So let's start. First, remember that angle CAE measures 125 degrees. So do you find the vertical? So how do we do this? We know that angle BAC and angle CAE are supplementary angles, which means that these angles, when you sum them up together, they add up to 180 degrees. So we need to apply the supplement. So 180 minus 25 equals 55 degrees. So therefore, this angle must measure 55 degrees. Alright? Ayan. Kapag chinek ko with the use of the protractor, this angle should measure 55 degrees. Okay? 55 degrees to. Tapos the other one is 125 degrees. So yan. Now that we already got 55 degrees here, do you see another angle? We can now play a game called vertical angle pairs. Do you know what's the meaning of vertical angle pairs? Ibig sabihin, if this angle is 55 degrees, there should be another angle that measures 55 degrees as much as this one is. Can you find it? If your answer is angle CEAF, then you are technically correct. Moreover, did you know that these two angles, angle CAD, angle DAE, and angle EAF, all of them form an adjacent supplementary pair. So therefore, this one should measure 55 degrees din. Right? Now it makes sense. But we do not know what's the measure of the two angles that you see here. However, here's the catch. This is how you obtain them. Let's go to this trapezoid muna. So if there were a rip here, but we know that this trapezoid has two right angles. So if this angle measures 55 degrees, what must be the measure of this angle? If your answer is 125, you are correct. Because applying this formula that you see here, 2x plus, 90 plus 55, diba? 2 times 90, diba? Plus x equals 360 degrees. Tama? So this becomes 180 plus 55 plus x equals 360. 180 plus 55 equals 245. 235. Applying the math, we should get 10 minus 5 is 5. And then, 5 minus 3 is 2. So, tama, 125. So, therefore, the missing angle should measure 125 degrees. Yan. So, as you can see, we already got now the trapezoid. Now, as you can see here, we know this is 125 degrees. Therefore, this should have an adjacent pair. Supplementary adjacent pair. So therefore, this should measure, what should be the measure of this angle? You're right, 55 degrees na naman, kabaliktaran. Kung chinek ko with the use of a protractor, it makes sense, right? 125 degrees here and 55 degrees there. Now, we're here, down to this triangle. So this is very easy to solve for vertical angles. Moreover, look, if you have 45 and 55 here, it's like parang you were just playing of sum the interior angles of a regular triangle. So you just add up the two, 55 and 45. What did you get? That's supposed to be 100. Look, oh. So tama, 100. So 100. And then, 100 degrees to. Pero we need to subtract that from 180. So therefore, this remnant angle must measure 80 degrees. Okay? So 80 yan. Moreover, if I were to check using a protractor, it deliberately makes sense na 80 degrees talaga siya. Okay? Wait lang ah. And then this angle here should measure 45 degrees. So this is deliberately true. Now that we already got everything, what about the remnant angle? This guy. Well, that's easy. Do you remember, you just applied the supplementary angle pair. So we have 55 degrees and then 180. Sum it all together, what did you get? You should get 135 degrees. Kung inada mo sila, ganito yun. Yan, you should get something like this. 135 degrees. Now, 135 degrees subtracted from 180. Sorry 180 degrees minus 135, you should get 5. 8 minus 3 is, this becomes 7. And 45. So the remnant angle must measure 45 degrees. The 45 degree angle is here. Okay? Let's check with the protractor. I see. It is deliberately stated that this is a 45 degree angle. So that's so easy for us, alright? You got it. However, is there another angle that measures 45 degrees too? Yes, they do. It's right here, right? Because it's vertical angle pair, right? So that's the vertical angle pair. If I were to check using the protractor, yes, Smith confirmed. 45 degrees siya. But the entire angle is 25 degrees. So we need to get the measure of this angle. So what must be the measure of this angle? Yup, 80 degrees. So tama nga, it's parang siyang like a congruent pair. Congruent pair lang tayo kami. Yun lang. Now let's already solve for the angle of the chain reaction. So do I remember this 90 degrees and this 90 degrees? So we know that this is a right triangle. So we know that the remnant angle must measure 45 degrees. So it's like a 45, 45, 90 degree triangle, right? And then this one, it also means the same thing. Another 45, 45, 90 degree triangle. Although hindi siya drawn to scale. Pero okay lang yan. Right? And then, now that we already solved for everything, did we solve na everything? I think we had, right? Now that we've already solved for everything, now let's get the measure of every angle that I've listed on this paper. So we need to get the measure of angle BAC. So BAC, did we get it? We got the measure of 55 degrees. So that checks. Next, angle BAD. BAD, well, that's 125. Well, remember this is not 125. This is 80. So 80 plus 55, that should measure 135 degrees. If I were to check with the use of a protractor, yup, this should measure 135 degrees. Absolutely. Next, angle BAG. BAG, dito siya. Yup, 45 degrees. Angle CAD. Angle CAD. Yup, that's 80 degrees. CAG. CAG. You can either add it this way or the other way. 55 plus 45, yes, that's 100 degrees. Check ko with the protractor. Yes, 100 degrees siya. Now, what about angle DAE? DAE. Alright? DAE. Nasaan na yun? Yan. Eh, di 45 degrees siya. Remember, I told you that already? Now, DAF. DAF. Just add up the 45 and the 55. You still get the same 100, right? Now, EAF. It's obvious. EAF, trace it, you get 55 degrees. Now, EAG. EAG. That's supposed to be 135 degrees din. You know why? 55 plus 80 equals 130 degrees. Moreover, if I were to check using the protractor that you see here, yes, you should still come up with that answer. 135 degrees. See this? Yan. Last but not least, FAG. Yan, it's that angle that you see there. And that's 80. And we got it. Problem solved. Thank you very much.